Hey guys, it's Thursday, September 23rd. Our Neptune brochure and astronomy that I talked about yesterday, we pretty much got it done today. It's due tomorrow and we had like a couple things left. We need to write some stuff on it, and since G has Anita's handwriting, she took that home to write tonight. So it should be done in the morning. But I like how it turned out. One thing that's interesting is, if you know, whenever they have a space mission, they make like a patch for it, and so we had to make a patch like for Neptune, like going to Neptune, and the teacher said to like make it funny or something, so G had the idea of one of the Power Rangers there in space. So she got the Power Rangers like in space, I don't know what it's called or anything, and we photoshopped our heads on the Power Rangers. I'm the yellow one. So, and then we made like Neptune and put us on top of Neptune. It's kind of funny. I would show you guys, but obviously I don't have the brochure, and I probably won't because we'll turn it in and everything, but if I could show you I would, because it's pretty funny. So, the most like eventful part of the day, I guess. I mentioned earlier, I think it was Tuesday, where the fire alarm went off, like a serious fire alarm, not a drill. Well, now today the power went out. So we're just sitting in accounting, and accounting was almost over. We only had a few minutes left, and we're just sitting there. There are no windows in accounting at all. So the lights flickered once and then stayed on, and that happens on a fairly regular basis at our school. It's definitely not unusual for the power to go out for like a second or two. So then it stayed on for a few more minutes, and then it starts flickering like really fast, on and off. And then it just went off, and it was pitch black, and a ton of people are freaking out. You would be surprised at how many high schoolers are scared of the dark, including me. So Miss Shelby went and opened the door, so we got light in the room, and then we ended up out in the hallway with a bunch of other kids whose classrooms didn't have windows. We sat there for over an hour. A high school, middle school, and bus garage were all out of power, along with some houses. And we had to just sit there for an hour. We couldn't do work because our classroom was pitch black. Like, none of the people could. So they were talking about how they might make us remake the day because we weren't doing work, even though we were sitting in the hallway at school completely bored for over an hour. And they finally got the power back on after an hour or so. It was a little over an hour. And we had to go to our 4th block class, our last class of the day. And we were in there for like 30 minutes, about 30 minutes we were in there. So, and we didn't even do anything, really. We worked on our worksheets that are due tomorrow, and that's it, because he had other stuff planned, but we didn't have time because the block was cut so short. So, I just wish they would have let us go home, because we only had half an hour anyway once the power got back on. And no one wanted to stay there. I mean, we sat in that hall for an hour, and the floor of the hall is not comfortable. And it was so dark you could barely do anything. They did let us get our phones out, but my phone was in my locker, and we were basically on lockdown, so we weren't allowed to leave the like space, so I couldn't go get it. It was so boring. Luckily I had Catching Fire with me, so eventually I got so bored I started reading it, but it was so dark that I had a horrible headache from trying to read it by the end. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with our school this week. So I finished reading Volume 5 of Ouran High School Host Club yesterday. I love this series. For those of you who don't know what Ouran is about, here's the like this is kind of like a summary of the whole series here on the back. So in this screwball romantic comedy, Haruhi, a poor girl at a rich kid's school, is forced to repay an $80,000 debt by working for the school's swankiest all-male club as a boy. There she discovers just how wealthy the 6 members are and how different the rich are from everybody else. And then here's the summary for like this volume. Haruhi's top ranking falls, and she is in jeopardy of losing her scholarship at Ouran. Each member of the host club scrambles to become her tutor, but Haruhi picks a female student, Ayame. I don't know if I'm saying these names right because they're in Japanese. I'm trying my best. To help her. Haruhi's time is now spent with Ayame, who can't stand Tamaki. can Tamaki charm his way into Ayami's good graces so the host club can spend time with their favorite member? It's really sad that I can't say that girl's name right, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, because my Avatar fanfiction I'm writing is actually one of the characters' names. So, the fact that I can't, like, pronounce it is kind of sad. But I thought that was cool, that that's names in here. They're completely different characters, though. Like, their personalities are complete opposites. If you read this and then read my fanfiction, you'll know what I mean. But, I really love this series, and I think everyone, or at least every girl, should read it. I don't know, most guys probably wouldn't enjoy it, because it is targeted at, like, teen girls. But I really like it. And it is manga, and for those of you who aren't familiar with manga, it's like backwards, the book is, and you have to read from left to right. That's the page, the way the page goes, which is really confusing at first, but after you read it for a while, like, I'm incredibly used to it now. It's really easy for me to read. Like, the words are still right to left, but the boxes and stuff and the way the speech bubbles go is left to right. So yeah, and I think everyone should read these. I do. I really love it. And I want Haruhi and Tamaki together. I know it's almost over. I think I saw it the other day that she's, like, set an ending date. So that makes me sad. But since I'm so far behind, I have quite a while before I get there. Deathly Hallows trailer came out yesterday, and I haven't watched it yet. I'm kind of torn because I don't want to watch it because I kind of want to just everything be new when I go to see the movie and not, like, say, oh, I saw that already. But at the same time, it's so tempting to watch it. I want to so badly. So who knows, I may cave in and watch it, but so far I haven't. I think I'm going to go because this video is way longer than most of my videos have been recently. It's already 8 minutes, so I'm going to try and edit that down. And bye guys.